where do you even start? I don't know. Well, morning fellas, welcome back to another Villa on Tour video. Now, today I'm going to be discussing what the hell we saw yesterday. It was probably the most controversial, mad, whatever you want to call it, game I've ever been to and I've ever seen. First of all, if you haven't watched the vlog I did from yesterday, go and watch it. There'll be a link up there, so go and watch that after this video. But the first half in the video happened 2 minutes in and the video was 11 minutes long. That just shows you the controversy and the pure scenes that were in the second half. So I'm just going to sum up the game, sum up my thoughts, sum up what everybody else's thoughts I've seen from Leeds and Villa fans, and yeah, just the feedback I've seen. Right, first of all, the first half was scrappy. We all know it was 0-0 at half time. There was, if any, there was no clear-cut chances. There was the odd half chance, but there was no clear goal-scoring opportunity from either teams. You know, there was the odd pot shot from 30 yards from Leeds, but I think Leeds slightly edged it. They had a lot of the ball, to be fair, in this game. I believe Villa had like 31% and like 28% in the second half alone. So they kept the ball, but did they do too much with it? No, probably not. I was watching a Leeds fan preview on All Leeds TV. It's a YouTube channel. Go and check them out if you want decent Leeds content. But they were saying in the run-up to this game that Leeds just haven't been clinical this season, and they've been inconsistent as well. You never know what Leeds team's going to come up, but they haven't been consistent in the final third. That is the sort of thing I was getting from Leeds fans going into this game. So did it surprise me that Leeds didn't create too many clear-cut chances and obviously didn't take any of them until the second half? No, probably not. So at half-time, you saw in the video, I was thinking to myself, this is 0-0 written all over it, or a scrappy 1-0 either way. I think Dean Smith said in his interview after the game that it was going to take like a mistake from either team or a moment of absolute class to win this game, because the way it was going, nothing was going to happen. Admittedly, Codger has a chance at the start of the second half. He takes it down and he just blazes it over. For me, he's got to do better there. He just snatches at the shot. But I know there's going to be Leeds fans watching this, so don't have a go at me. This is just my thoughts and what I've got from this whole situation. So I'll come on to it now. Here we go. Right, so I just want to bring to your attention something that hasn't been said in the media too much. I think it was a few minutes before Klitsch scored that controversial goal that Villa had the ball in the final third and one of the Leeds players was on the floor, and all the Villa fans were like, do not kick the ball out, do not kick the ball out, and Horahan kicks it out. And the Villa fans go mental, like, oh, you know, carry on, we've got a chance here. And Horahan, you can see it on my video, I'll put a clip in now, just says, calm down, stop going mental. And that's the sportsmanship that I want to see. Fair play to Horahan. But that's a big moment, because 5 or so minutes later, I think it's Codger who's gone down in the centre circle and the Villa players slow down. The ball finds itself onto the left-hand side. The Leeds players slow down. The Villa players slow down. He just plays the ball down the line. Villa players are in shock. El Mohammadi's in no man's land. Klitsch cuts inside, scores. I've seen a few things that he was offside, Klitsch. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me because the lino was probably stopped as well. The lino probably stopped. I haven't seen a clip of it. I haven't seen if he is offside or not. I'm not too sure. But the lino stopped. I think that's fair to say. I just remember when Klitsch was running towards goal, I was thinking, my God, if he scores here, it's going to kick off. This is so controversial. Cuts inside, scores. Now, as soon as it goes in, the Villa fans go absolutely mental. People are absolutely fuming. As soon as it goes in, Klitsch does not run off to celebrate. Horahan grabs him and is like, what are you doing, mate? Like, there's no need for that. That's not morally right. And it all kicks off, 22-man or whatever brawl in the Villa box. Horahan is put in a headlock by Patrick Bamford. There's pictures of it. He's thrown to the floor, which somehow none of the officials saw. And then I'll put a clip in now of the whole El Ghazi situation. I think Bamford's on top of El Ghazi, and El Ghazi just says, you know, get off. And Bamford just goes down holding his face, and it is ridiculous. It is shocking. And I think the lino's the one who's made the decision to send off El Ghazi, which is weird because the lino has told the ref that he's seen something, but what has he seen? He's seen Bamford gone down holding his face, and in his mind he's like, oh, that must be a red card, but he hasn't actually seen it clearly because nothing happened. So that's poor from the linesman. The referee, I feel, lost control of it a little bit. Admittedly, there wasn't too much he could do, but he lost control of it. It was just a shambles, absolute shambles. Now in the technical area as well, it was kicking off. John Terry was giving it large to Bielsa. The Leeds staff were kicking off. But Dean Smith said in his interview after the game that he said to Bielsa, you know, give us a goal, please. And Bielsa, fair play to Bielsa. I want to give credit to Bielsa. He said, yeah, boys, let Villa score. And everybody got the message. It was all good, apart from Pontus Jansson, who I've always thought is an idiot. He's a good footballer, but the way he goes about things, he's just an idiot. And he tried to stop it, and you know, he even got abuse off his own players. You can see on the Sky Sports coverage, Bielsa was like, let them have a goal, let them have a goal. He was so adamant to let Villa have a goal. Fair play to him. Adomi goes through, taps it in. And I think Leeds fans are in shock. Villa fans are in shock. It's just the most weird situation I've ever seen. Now, it's important to say that Leeds haven't broken any rules here. Like, that, you know, there was no foul involved, there was no offside. Well, I don't know if there was an offside involved, but that wasn't the reason why Villa were angry. So, in terms of the football rule book, the goal counted, it should have counted. But I think this whole thing is just down to sportsmanship and down to morals, because Villa kicked the ball out when one of Leeds' players was on the floor a few minutes before, and you'd think Leeds would do the same thing. Now, if that Horan incident didn't happen, where we kicked the ball out, I'd understand it a little bit more. It's just the fact that we did it, and by my calculations, therefore Leeds should do it as well. Now, I think it's important to say that would this whole thing have happened if it was, you know, a playoff final or a playoff semi-final? No, probably not. But the fact it was a nothing game, you know, Leeds, they're not going to get top two, and they're probably not going to fall any lower than third, and Villa's pretty much sealed 5th place. So I think that's important in why this whole thing happened, because if this was a playoff final, Bielsa, there's no way you'd say, you know, give Villa a goal. You know, that just wouldn't happen. Now I'm going to talk about Grealish now, because in the comments to my video I did yesterday, it's just Leeds fans absolutely hammering Grealish. Now the thing with Grealish is, he knows how to get a foul. Does he go down easily sometimes? Yes. I mean, I think I've got to take off my rose-tinted spectacles here. He does go down easily a couple of times, but he's been fouled this season more than any other player, and that's probably why people have brought their attention to it a little bit more. You know, he's always on the floor, but he gets hacked down an awful lot. We saw it yesterday. There's a clip of, I think it was Cooper, I think that's right, he just absolutely wiped him out. Yes, he won the ball, but the force he goes in, teams, when they come up against Grealish, they just want to clatter him. They just want to take him out of the game, because they know he's our best player. They know he's our most influential player, and he's the most skillful player. So if you take him out the game, Villa, we've seen it before this 10-game run we went on. We weren't great with him. I know we beat Bristol City without him, but yes, he's our best player. But the thing is, he just knows how to get a foul. He knows how to go down and maybe make it look a little bit worse than it is, but he gets fouled. You look at the stats, he's been fouled more than any other player this season by a long distance. Codger as well, he was lazy in this game. You just got to put the pressure on Leeds, but he was just walking around, and the anger was brewing from the Villa fans, especially in the second half. He might have had a penalty in the second half when he gets hacked down. There is contact there, but he does go down slightly too easily. Towards the end of the game, it was a little bit nervy. Leeds, it was all Leeds to be fair. Villa had 10 men at the back. Steer made a couple of good saves, and fair play to Steer, who did really well in this game. At the back as well, Tyrone Mings and Tuanzebe were absolutely superb. I think it's the best defensive performance I've seen in a long time. Tyrone Mings, what more can you say? The guy's an absolute joke. Tuanzebe as well, fantastic work from him. El Mohammadi and Taylor, they were their normal selves, nice and consistent, but Tuanzebe and Mings were just absolutely superb. All in all, it's the most controversial thing I've ever seen, but it was a nothing game. So Leeds fans, don't hate me or hate anybody like to do with this. Just let it go now. I just wanted to clear this up because yes, it was a shambles, and I just wanted to give my thoughts on it because yesterday I didn't, you know, have too much time to say anything, like a 1-minute outro to yesterday's video. So I just thought I'd do this, clear up my thoughts. I think it's safe to say that it'll be a good one if we meet Leeds in the playoff final, because it was such a tight game and it could quite easily have gone either way. But yeah, it's looking like Baggies in the semis. Leave your thoughts on the whole, you know, Klitsch situation. Should Leeds have carried on? What happened? Let me know. I'll be interested to see what everybody thinks. Again, go and watch yesterday's video. Go and watch all the other videos, you know how it is. And if you have enjoyed the video, please do leave a like. Subscribe if you are new, because there's some decent content coming up with all the playoff games and whatnot. So subscribe if you're new. And yeah, up the Villa. Thanks for watching.